Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Viviana Loera, Coordinator of Parent Engagement for Napa Valley Unified School District. Today, we have the pleasure of having our Director of Elementary Curriculum and Instruction and English Learner Services, Matt Manning, and our Director of Curriculum Instruction and English Learner Services, Monica Reddy for Secondary, that are going to be presenting on summer learning opportunities for NVUSD. Before that, I'd like to go ahead and let Claudia, our interpreter, provide our interpreting message. Antes de empezar, Claudia va a empezar con su mensaje de interpretación, and then we can go ahead and start. Thank you.
Buenas tardes a todos, bienvenidos. Los servicios de interpretación en español van a estar disponibles de una manera simultánea. Para poder tener acceso a los servicios en unos momentos que se encienda el servicio de interpretación, ustedes van a notar en la parte inferior de su pantalla un globo terráqueo o un símbolo de mundo. Si pueden hacer un clic, un chasqueo en ese símbolo y se les va a proporcionar la opción de inglés o español. Favor de elegir el idioma de español y inmediatamente pueden ustedes disfrutar de esta junta de una manera simultánea. Ahora, si ustedes están teniendo acceso a esta junta por medio de su celular, ustedes van a notar 3 puntos, ya sea en la parte inferior a mano derecha de su pantalla o superior. Abajo de esos 3 puntos, ustedes van a notar una palabra que dice más o more. Hagan un clic, un chasqueo, y de nuevo se les va a lanzar la opción del globo terráqueo, otro clic, y de nuevo a favor de elegir el idioma de español. Y de esa manera también pueden escuchar de una manera simultánea este taller. Muchas gracias, estamos a la orden.
Thank you, Claudia. Muchas gracias, Claudia. And with that, Monica, I'll go ahead and pass it on to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And good evening, everyone. It's exciting to see this many folks join us this evening to learn about summer programming. Take a minute to share my screen. While I do that, I want to thank Director Manning for being here as well. Our summer programming crosses over with our K-8s in our 6th grade. And I'd also like to thank, you'll hear this evening, these programs are possible because of our incredible partnership with organizations in the community, as well as the work that Viviana does with our team of parent liaisons to help get this information out. And so thank you to our partners who are listening and who have helped prepare this, and to our staff who help communicate with you all at the sites. So tonight we'll start off by talking about middle school programs. This does apply to students who are rising 6th graders from our elementary schools as well. Our focus is really around our goal number 1, around students graduating college and career ready, as well as you'll see some options regarding responsive and engaging pedagogy. So Aim High is one of our partners, and they will provide summer programming this year for our 6th through 9th grade students. That is a 5 to 6 week program from June 26th to July 28th. They focus on supporting students with their academics, so their core subjects, as well as leadership development and health, wellness, and positive and personal growth. And so that's for our middle levels. It will be offered at Napa High School, and it is a full day program from 9 to 3:15. Another partner that we work with is Napa County Office of Education. And so if you're currently served by Cool Schools or you're currently served by ACE, this is an opportunity available to you. It will run for June 21st through July 21st at Silverado Middle School. Again, it's a full day program. Much of the activities that you see are even more robust during the summer. So academic support, sports camps, students who participate in the Youth Cinema Project can also join ACE programming at Silverado. And I'll speak a little bit more about that in a minute. Enrichment projects, art, STEM, and field trips. So again, if you're a rising 6th grader, you will be served by your current provider. So if you're currently in Cool Schools, you will have the opportunity to be served at Silverado. And Boys and Girls Club will also be, this is new for middle schools this year. So incoming 6th through 9th graders, outgoing 8th graders will be served at Redwood Middle School through Boys and Girls Club. And so if your current provider is Boys and Girls Club at your site, then that would continue and you'd have this opportunity at Redwood Middle School for the summer. Again, similar to the programming that you see after school, they provide academic support, leadership development, enrichment projects, arts, and STEM. Director Manning, is there anything you want to add about those 2 programs before I move on?
No, I think you covered it nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, also open as a crossover between elementary and our secondary program is our partnership with Napa Valley Education Foundation. They do a wonderful job supporting our performing arts during the summer. And so students have the opportunity to engage in choir, band, theater, a cappella. And so there are various options depending on your student's interest throughout the Napa areas for performing arts. And that, depending on the age group, serves 4th through 12th graders. So please make sure when you look at the website that's released later this week, that you look at the age group that it applies to. Some only apply to specific ages, and also consider the timing of those programs depending on your age group. Youth Cinema Project, we're excited to have Youth Cinema back this summer. There is limited space for this program because students do create films and those are uploaded onto YouTube. They learn how to become content creators. We do have actual filmmakers that work with our students alongside an NVUSD employee. And so students have the opportunity to be a part of this on a first come, first served basis. It's at Silverado Middle School. It's from 9 to 1 from June 26th through July 29th. Students can also be a part of NCOE ACE and leave for Youth Cinema Project and then return if you need a full day program. Please note that some of the dates don't align if that is your option, but we do want to make sure that folks who attend at Silverado also have this available as a special part of their program. Our high school programs offered this summer are similar with a few expansions this year. So we have Adobe Bootcamp for students who are interested in learning about Adobe. This will run over a 2-week period in July. So from July 5th through 18th, Napa Valley Ed Foundation is helping support an in-person class from 9 to 12 at Vintage High School if students want to learn about how to use Adobe. We will again continue with our Summer College Readiness Academy. So this is for students who are entering Math 1 in high school. So our rising 9th graders who are entering Math 1. So if you're currently in Math 1, this would not apply to you. So students who are in Math 8, this would be a great option for you. The purpose of this program is to help provide the support needed with the skills and the prerequisites for Math 1 so that students are successful in that first year of math. We know that the foundations of algebra are critically important. Additionally, there's college and career counseling that occur during this time. They also take field trips to colleges and talk about how to be successful in high school. So that it's really an opportunity for students to get some of those skills they know that will help them be successful in high school as they make that transition. This program runs for 4 weeks. So it's June 21st through July 15th. It is a half day, so 8:30 to 1 p.m. It is a lot of content. And so we want students to make sure they have those afternoons. We'll have this offered at 2 locations this summer. So American Canyon High School will offer this for their rising 9th graders, and then students who will be attending Napa High School, New Tech High School, or Vintage High School and rising into 9th grade at those schools will attend at Napa High School. We're centralizing a lot of our summer programming at one site this year. It really helps our facilities and maintenance teams who are helping us run pretty much school year round right now and serve all of our sites. Back this summer, we have our NVUSD and Napa Valley Ed Foundation Mentor and Internship Program, and we have added another opportunity for students. And I have to say, we've had quite a few applicants, so make sure you get your application in by the deadline. The students have the opportunity to actually earn money and gain college credit through Napa Valley College by participating in a summer mentor program. So if you're interested in any one of these areas, we highly recommend that you apply. You do go through an interview process and get selected. You can apply for more than one of these if you have an interest in different fields. And so one of the areas is viticulture and winemaking. Fields of Opportunity is our original program that was supported through our winemakers. And so students have the opportunity to work in hospitality and also work in some of the aspects of the wine industry. We have students who work in hotels and spas through Resorting to Opportunities and learn about the hospitality industry. If you're interested in construction and maintenance, we have Building Up Opportunities. So that is through multiple different organizations such as Nova and some other construction companies. In addition to that, we also have our own opportunities within NVUSD. So if you're ever interested in working within NVUSD in construction and maintenance, students can actually work alongside some of our employees this summer. New this year is Teaching Up Opportunities. We're excited to have some of our high school students working in some of our elementary and middle school summer programs and learn what it's really like to be an educator, to be on the other side of the desk and support and teach students alongside a mentor teacher. And so we're excited to add this opportunity and hopefully build up some of our own future educators in Napa Valley Unified School District. And last but certainly not least, students have the opportunity to engage in formulating opportunities, which students engage in manufacturing in the STEM field, so science, technology, engineering, and math fields. And so again, this is an application only, and students are paid through these mentorship programs and work for their employers. So it's a great opportunity. Even if you at the end of the summer decide, wow, this career really wasn't for me, it's really low stakes learning about your future. And you never know, you may fall in love with the job. Our high school credit recovery program, you'll be reached out if you need to recover credits, didn't succeed very well in a class or missed a class or have some credits you need to make up if you transferred. This will again be at Valley Oak High School. And so your counselor would, if they have not already, will soon be reaching out to you. These are for 10th through 12th grade students to help them recover credits through our Cyber High Academy. And so students and families, you'll be contacted directly by your counselor for this particular program. Another program specific to a group of students is Migrant Education Adelante. And so students who participate or qualify for migrant education can attend summer school. This may allow you to make up credits or engage in courses that you want to take that you haven't taken during the school year. And so this will be on the Napa High School campus from July 21st through July 20th. This does allow you to earn credits towards high school. So we encourage students who qualify to attend. It is a full day program from 8 to 2:30. We do have a couple of virtual passion-based programs this year. Again, this summer, we are inviting back a couple of programs, and we have a new one. So Game Salad is run by Napa Valley Ed Foundation. And so if you're looking for a virtual opportunity and you're in grades 8 through 10th, you can engage once a week. It's on Tuesdays from 5 to 6. So if you're busy and you just want a short activity to be involved in, you can learn how to program using this online database and this mobile device around building your own software. And so students have that opportunity from June 20th through August 11th. Again, it's only one day a week for an hour, and it's online. And then we are bringing back again Global Online Academy. So Global Online Academy is actually an opportunity for students to engage in a full course. You work with teachers through the Global Online Academy. They are credentialed teachers, certified teachers, and you actually work with students from potentially all over the nation or the world in this virtual classes. So these courses are not typically offered during the school year. There are 2 summer sessions that are virtual. The first summer session is June 15th through August 2nd. And the second summer session is July 6th through August 23rd. And so just note, there is a little bit of overlap with the school year, which is fine. You can, if you would like to apply these credits to your high school transcript, you can at the end of that summer decide that you would like this to apply to your credits. And some of the courses that will be offered, there are 20 high school course offerings that could be applied to transcripts. You have things that are in the business field, such as finance, personal finance, problem solving, business problem solving. You also have architecture. You have opportunities in psychology, so abnormal psychology, introduction to psychology. You also have some visual and visual arts available, so digital photography, some creative writing. They have a fictional writing course. They also have courses that focus around STEM, so problem solving with engineering and design. They have 3 or 4 different levels and types of computer science. And then they also have courses in the field, the legal field. So they have courses such as Intro to Legal Thinking. They have courses that are in human rights and genocide around law. And so exciting opportunities. And again, you can engage with new students and make new friends from around the world and have the support of a teacher through an online platform and apply these credits towards high school. And so we have a lot of opportunities this summer for you to engage in. Our next steps is we will send out the recording of the webinar to families later on this week. So prior to spring break, you'll receive a recording of this webinar, and then you'll receive information about how do you access and sign up for these activities. It looks a little bit different from elementary and secondary. So I'll let Director Manning go ahead and share how you can learn more about some of the elementary programs, and then I'll share how you can access these for secondary.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. So thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening. So at elementary, our programs are very site specific, as they have been in the past. We're excited to be offering our 3rd year of very robust summer programming for elementary students. Over the last couple of years, we've served over 2,000 students each summer. So this year we will continue to do that in our partnership with Boys and Girls Club, Napa County Office of Education, and Adventure More. So again, the programs are very site specific at elementary. So you will receive as parents, if you happen to be an elementary parent on this Zoom call this evening, you will be receiving information directly to you through Parent Square that will guide you to the NVUSD website where you will click on the link for your school site and go directly to registration for opportunities at your school site. So we've done this now, as I said, for a couple of years and have streamlined and feel that this will be a very clear way for parents to access the summer program at their child's school for this coming school year, summer. So thank you.
Thank you, Director Manning. And for secondary, similarly, you'll receive a Parent Square with a recording of this webinar, and then you'll receive a link to the webpage where all of the registration information will be housed for both middle school and high school. We have a lot of partners that work with us, and so you'll be able to access those there. The only two, like Director Manning shared, that will be through your site will be the Boys and Girls Club and the NCOE ACE program. And so you'll get that information through your school site. So we will pause. That was a lot of information, and take some questions about summer programming.
And Monica, it looks like we have a question from Maria Herrera.
Hello, Maria. If you unmute, we'll be
No,
able to...
perdón, en accidente marqué la mano.
No problema.
Toda la información está
No
muy bien.
problem. Thank you. We have a question from Rosa Briones. Hi, Rosa.
Hi, good afternoon. I just asking if the question is how I know my son will be able to have one of those summer classes, or yeah, that is the question.
So depending on the grade of your son, you can apply through or register through the various websites. So for elementary, you'll receive that through Parent Square. For secondary, you'll receive it through Parent Square, and it'll be through a web page. Vivian, I don't know if any additional support around parent liaisons of their community parent liaisons of the site, if you want to add to that.
Sure. We will also, on top of what Monica said, as far as sending that out through Parent Square, we'll make sure that our parent liaisons at the school sites have that information in hard copy so that we can also help with that. And then if there's any registration needs or anything around technology, our parent liaisons are ready and available for assistance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looks like we have
Thank you.
Thank you, Rosa. Miss Alia Uritia.
For taking my question. I currently have a 7th grader, and it sounded from your presentation that the only option she might have for high school credits was the virtual option. Is that correct? And it sounded just like a lot of the opportunities were more for like high school and 8th graders.
So
in person.
And so the in-person options for 7th graders, there are 3 comprehensive programs. So there's one at Napa High School through AIM High, one at Silverado for students who attend, 7th graders who attend Silverado. And for students who attend Unidos at Redwood, there would be an opportunity through Boys and Girls Club at Redwood. There are opportunities for students in 7th grade to participate in the performing arts options. And then there is the Youth Cinema Project for 7th graders. If you're looking in particular for high school credits as a 7th grader, you can dual enroll at the college. So you could take a college course this summer if there's readiness of your student to engage in a college level course. Those could be challenging, but I think if you reached out to your site administration and your teacher in the college, that would be an option if you're looking for something that would go on their high school transcript. But there are about 4 or 5 options for 7th grade students, depending on their interest.
but nothing, it doesn't sound like for ACMS. So because she goes to ACMS, she wouldn't be able to do any of those specific opportunities.
So thank you for clarifying that. So Boys and Girls Club will have options at the clubhouse during this summer for ACMS. I appreciate you highlighting that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. It looks like we have a question from Rosalba and then RGC after that. Thank you for your patience. Hi, Rosalba, ¿cómo está?
Hola, buenas tardes.
Hola.
Yo tengo una pregunta sobre el programa de mentores para high school. ¿Cuáles son los requisitos para poder calificar para ese programa? Mi hijo está interesado para participar.
So qualifications for the high school mentor program. Is that right, Viviana?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that one more time.
Can you hear me?
Ajá, sí. ¿Cuáles son los requisitos para poder calificar para el programa de mentores que es high school? O sea, ¿qué se necesita para la aplicación para que puedan calificar para ese programa?
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
go
No,
ahead.
no, please.
It was, what are the qualifications for the summer mentor program, right? Was that the question?
Yes.
Okay, so students need to be 16. They need to have an interest in that field. They need to submit an application and then they'll go through an interview. There aren't prerequisites in the field that they need to have. This is really an entry-level opportunity. They get to participate in multiple different aspects of that particular industry. So if they're at a winery, they may be in the back part of the tasting room. They can't be in the front. They may be in a market if the winery has a market to learn about hospitality. And then they would maybe in the lab learning about the actual making of the wine or out in the vineyards. And so it really affords them the opportunity to get a taste of it. So they don't have to have any prerequisite skills or work experience coming in. It's really a learning experience. So all they need to do is fill out that application and then go through the interview process.
Ok, muchas gracias por su información.
And yes, thank you. We have now RGC is the name on here. Hello.
Hi, I have kind of the same question that the other lady was have, but where would she apply? Like, where would my student apply?
Yes,
wanna-
we will send out the link for the webpage.
Okay.
And it's currently already on the NVUSD webpage under summer programming, but we can share the link out with this webinar and all the other information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, thank you. We have Alexis Elmoon, please. Alexis.
Hi, I didn't really hear of any opportunities for a special education student. Is there like in person? What program would probably apply? I mean, I know there's the work opportunity that you just talked about, but he's only 15, so that wouldn't apply. So are there no kind of like programs for special education students?
Yes. I can have our director of secondary ed or our director of special education follow up with you. If I could, I'll write down your name this evening and have her follow up regarding some of those high school options. We do have some summer programming for students who have IEPs.
Okay, thank you.
And just so I'm, it's Alexis?
It's Alexis Minix.
And you're at what school site?
American Canyon High School.
Okay, great. Thanks. I'll have someone follow up with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Alexis. Next, we have A. Velasquez. A. Velasquez.
Hi, this is Alejandra, and my son goes to Vintage. And where can we find more specifics about the STEM internships? You know, like in what field would they be and all of that? I think he might be interested depending on what it is.
Yes, so I can send, so there will be information on the webpage and they'll have a contact information. The person is Amber Cleveland. So you'll get the contact information on the webpage if you have follow-up questions regarding that application and regarding the specifics of the programs, because there are some, especially under that particular one, there are some different options. If you send me an email at mready.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, I'm ready.
It's M as in Monica. The last name is Ready, READY at NVUSD.org. So if you want that information earlier than we send out this follow-up, I can connect you with Amber Cleveland.
Okay, and you said it's mready at NSUV?
NVUSD, Napa Valley Unified School District.
Got it, sorry.
No problem.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. Velasquez. And next we have Shayla. Hi, Shayla, how are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my question was, I noticed on the Global Online Academy, there are 2 sessions, and this is the same problem we ran into last year. My daughter was interested on the psychology class, but she was only able to attend the 2nd session, and the 2nd session extends towards maybe the 1st or 2nd week of school. So do you see that conflict, and how will we, I'm not sure if they're going to be, she's going to be required to be online a certain time, and she might have to be at the high school at the same time.
So I can double check with our partner. We did have students who participated in that 2nd session. Unfortunately, we don't have flexibility around the timing because of their particular program and the length, but I can see around the timing and flexibility with our school day, with our start and end times, with our partner when I talk to Global Online. Okay, and I can be reached by email or phone. I'm not sure if you. Okay, and what's your name? Shayla, Sheyla Costa. Okay. And Vintage High School, you said, right? No, she goes to American Canyon. American Canyon. Okay, great. Thank you. Do you need me to send you my email or? No, it's okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, and then I had one more question. Okay, on the psychology class, are the sessions live online, or is this work that she has to do on her own? Do you know any specifics? Yeah, so the courses are more asynchronous. They do have contact with a teacher, and there are some synchronous sessions. So sometimes that they're with the teacher, but it is a mostly asynchronous program. There's a lot of feedback through their program. So when they submit assignments virtually, or they participate in online discussions, they get feedback. But they do try to make it pretty asynchronous for students, knowing that they're working from around the world. So I'll just give an example. There was a student from Japan in one of the sessions with our students from NVUSD. And so with the time difference, they try to work around some of those components. Okay, understood. Yeah. So they probably have a platform, and that's where they post all their discussions. Yes, so they are in a course. So when you're in Global Online Academy, they have their own courseware. And so students register into those courses and participate in those courses, much like you would see with a Google Classroom, except it's more robust. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Shayla. We have Claudia Mendoza. Hi, Claudia, how are you?
Hi, Viviana.
Hi there, how can we help?
I was wondering if the Global Online Academy, if the students earn high school credit for taking those classes.
They do. They transfer over mostly as electives, but some of them could transfer over for some of their A to G requirements. They can earn for each of the courses 5 credits.
Awesome, thank you.
And yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Claudia. As of now, it looks like that is all the questions, unless anyone would like to. Oh, it looks like we have another question, and please feel free. Amy, hi, how are you?
Yes, hi, good evening. I didn't get on at the very beginning because I didn't have the correct Zoom link, But I have a son who's in 5th grade going into 6th. He has an IEP, and I'm wondering what services are available for him during the summertime through the mentorship and the title of your meeting.
So all of our programs for middle school are open to all students depending on the site. So students with IEPs can attend those. We do have some additional offerings depending on qualifications for students with IEPs, and I can have for those particular options, I could have our executive director of special education follow up with you.
Okay, that would be fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Amy. And once again, I'd like to ask if anyone, oh yes, we do have another question. Hi, Ms. Julia Peláez, ¿cómo está?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you? How can you help?
Doing great, thank you. I hope you guys are doing great too. I'm just kind of thinking outside the box. My daughter is right here and she'll be 13 in August. However, I'm really happy to hear that we're going to be having these mentor programs during the summer. I'm just wondering if there's been any contemplation about maybe offering something in the future for our children who are 12, not quite 14 or 16 yet. I've been looking for opportunities for my daughter, and it's been really difficult to find something for her because of her age. However, I was also reviewing some information that I got over at Napa High related to the labor laws, and it kind of breaks it down. It's a green worksheet, and it breaks it down by age as far as how many hours they can work. And for our kiddos who are 12-year-olds, they can work 2 hours, I think, per week. I know it's not very much, but I wanted to. I remember I started working at 13, and so I thought, the earlier the better. However, I haven't had very much luck. I've reached out to Boys and Girls Club, and I'm still kind of waiting for them to call me back. But I just kind of want to throw that out there. I think it's great that we're thinking about our older kids, but also kind of starting much younger would be good too. So just, I don't know if there's any, I'm not sure if there's been any thought about that or any discussions around that, but it would be great. So yeah.
I appreciate that feedback. And yes, looking at expanding our career readiness opportunities, especially all of our 8th graders just attended the field trip last week around careers. So looking to see how we expand those opportunities and potentially work-based learning. Mentorship and internship has some state regulations around the number of hours. So that's why that's a challenge, but we are looking to explore and expand, and it's good to know that there's that interest as well, because we know that students can start that exploration earlier. So thank you. Yes.
Thank you. For sure. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ms. Peláez. Gracias.
Sure. De nada. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, and we have a little bit of time left. I don't know if anyone has any other questions or any comments they'd like to add. And I don't see anything at the moment, Director Reddy and Director Manning.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for attending. We look forward to getting this information out to our families and our students and keeping our students engaged over the summer. And so thank you to Director Manning. Thank you to Viviana Loera and her team for being here tonight, and to all of our partners once again. And we hope you have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you all.
Oh, looks like we had one hand raised just right now. I'm sorry, Miss Yvette.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I joined at 6:30. I was commuting from some tutoring classes. So just wondering if this is going to be recorded, and where could I get the recording?
Yes, it is recorded, and we will send it out through Parent Square prior to spring break with the information to the various registration with the information regarding the programs and how to register.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Yvette. And it looks like another one. We have Lily's mom. Hello, Lily's mom.
Sorry. Hello. So
Hi.
my question is for the high schoolers in ninth grade. The only option was the math program, but that's only for the incoming ninth graders, right?
No, so our, some of our programs, that are for middle schoolers also apply to students who are rising into ninth grade. So Aim High and the NCOE ACE program and the Boys and Girls Club program apply to rising ninth graders. Our performing arts opportunities also apply to ninth graders. And then, as you mentioned, the college readiness, if your student qualifies for migrant ed, that applies as well. And then the Global Online Academy, the virtual one, we do open that up to ninth graders. So if you're looking for a virtual online class, that's applicable as well. So there's probably about 4 or 5 options depending on the time commitment and what your child's interested in. Oh, and I missed a couple. There's also the Adobe class as well.
Okay, all right, and all the links to apply to the different programs will be sent?
That's correct. Yes, it'll
All
go
right.
out to Parent Square.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, Lily. Lily's mom, I'm sorry. And Monica, it looks like we have several questions that just chimed in, and I do understand there was a little bit of challenges with the link, so our apologies for that. Brisa Rojas, please.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Me escucha?
Good evening. Buenas tardes.
Sí, sí, la escuchamos, señora Rojas.
Ok. Tengo una pregunta. Si mi hijo recibe clases en el verano para reforzar si bajó en sus materias y quiere meterse a los otros programas que ustedes ofrecen, ¿pueden o es en el mismo tiempo?
So let me make sure I'm fully understanding the question. So he needs to make up courses for high school and also wants to engage in some of the other opportunities. Did I understand that correctly?
Ajá, si pudiera eso, ¿lo puede hacer o no?
So I think it depends on how many courses he needs to take this summer. And so I would have him talk to Mr. Marcus or his counselor. So Mr. Marcus is at Valley Oak and oversees the credit recovery, or his counselor at his high school to see what courses and how many courses he needs to take and see if he can do both. It depends on the student.
Oh, está bien. Muchísimas gracias, ¿eh?
Gracias, señora Rojas. Carmen, por favor, that's our next question. Thank you.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Sí.
Tengo una pregunta. Estuvimos teniendo un poquito de problemas con el link, como ya lo dijiste, Viviana. Tengo algunos papás que entraron tal vez hace algunos 10 minutos. Solamente alcancé a escuchar la mitad cuando estabas comentando que esto va a ser grabado para si hay papás que quieren darle seguimiento a la grabación. Y si tienen preguntas, ¿a dónde se pueden comunicar? Gracias.
So they can follow up. The recording will be sent out, and on the web page with all the summer program information, there will be contact information for each of the programs who you can reach out to.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. Next, we have A. Velasquez, please.
Hi, I have another question. I have my daughter is coming into vintage. She's coming into 9th grade. And I was wondering, I know for kids that play sports, sometimes the high schools have offerings during the summer, like conditioning and such. She's not a sports girl, but I would love it for her to, do something in the summer with the idea that she will meet some of her future classmates and just connect and feel comfortable at vintage. She's coming from a very small school, and it's going to be a shock for her. So I wonder if there's anything besides, I don't know if the summer programs are geared that way, because I know that it sounds like they're going to be offered to anybody from all the schools. So I'm thinking about where can I go to get information specifically about, offerings and vintage for freshmen.
Yeah, so typically when it comes to athletics, and I would encourage any ninth grader to engage, even if they don't have a background or experience in it, and that summer is a great way to get involved. So typically our high schools start to advertise and send that out in early May for their summer athletics. Right now they're finishing their spring sports. And so usually our athletic directors inside a minute get those out in May. So there usually are opportunities, especially for fall and winter sports. So I would look for that. And if you don't see it, reach out to the site directly because they're different depending on the high school.
So do they only offer those for kids that are playing sports? They don't have anything, for kids that want to be in the band or music or choir?
So typically, the band programs run a band camp in the summer. So if your child enrolled in band, they would participate in that. Many of our students that are in the performing arts programs through Napa Valley Ed Foundation participate in theater, participate in choir, participate in some of those clinics that are offered for the high schools. They are taught by our current performing arts teachers, the majority of those courses or those opportunities. So if there's not a performing arts opportunity at your site, those are often our NVUSD teachers and NVUSD students who are running the performing arts programs. Students, you can go out for a summer for athletics and decide not to try out for the team or continue. That's okay. It's typically not a commitment until they start season. And so if they want to go out and try it and try running cross country or try tennis or something like that, they can participate in those prior to season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Velasquez. We have two more questions. Trisha Guerrero, please.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, I had two questions. One was in regard to the incoming ninth graders for the math class. Is that a class they will get credit on, or it's just like to help them get ready for high school?
Thank you very much. I forgot to mention that. Yes, they do not get math credit for it because it's not enough hours for their Math 1 course, but they do get elective credits for math that go on their transcript if they get a C or higher in the course.
What is a math elective class?
So students need a certain amount of elective credits to graduate, and so that would be applied to their elective credits for graduation. They would still need to take their Math 1, 2, 3 in high school, but they would get elective credit in math. So there's a general category for electives and it would go under there.
Right. Sorry, I thought you were saying that there was a category for math electives. I misunderstood that. I'm sorry. So there's not a.
It could have been clear.
Is there not a way for them like to say next year, because he's really good in math, but because of COVID, like he was supposed to do the combined classes, like for 6th grade, it should have been 6, 7, and 7th grade, 7th, 8th, but because he was virtual, they didn't offer that. So instead of him being ahead when he's starting high school, he's just going in like at the whatever normal class that's offered. So I was trying to figure out how I can get him back to at least one level up where he should have been. Thinking that he could do like a summer math class, get 5 credits and bump 1.
So there's 2 different ways to go about that. So this summer, you could look at Napa Valley College and see if they're offering the course that's equivalent to Math 1. And then he could move into Math 2 as a freshman, depending on how he does in that course. The second acceleration point that we have, we call it an acceleration point for students, is in their junior year. So they typically take Math 1, Math 2. And then we have a Math 3 course that combines for students. So then they can go, if they want to, in their 4th year, go into like college calculus or AP calculus or some of the AP stats or Napa Valley College stats that are offered on our campuses. Our second acceleration point is at that junior year. But like I said, you could look at this summer or next summer looking at courses through Napa Valley College. And those are offered to our students for free.
Okay, so is there ever going to be an opportunity where he can do, he's pretty much trying to fit a bunch of classes in for college because he's in AVIT. So he has to take early flight, pretty much, they told him freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So I'm just trying to see if there's a way that I can lighten up his schedule during the high school, like maybe if he could take English summer school, even if he didn't feel it, to get him a little bit ahead without having to do early flight all 3 years.
I understand. Those are great questions. So let me actually have, what school site are you at? Is your son at?
He'll be going to the high school, American Canyon High School.
Okay, let me have someone either from the high school or my office follow up with you around some of those more specific questions. And it will require kind of looking at coursework.
Okay, and one other question that I had is I have a daughter at Donaldson Way Elementary, and there was a letter sent out through Parent Square, like to sign your child up for after school and summer programs. But when I emailed my daughter's teacher, like, hi, is this for the summer program? Should I be signing her up? She wasn't positive. So then when she checked, she's like, that's not the one for the summer program. It's for the after school program, which my daughter's already attending. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not missing the sign up, that I'm not supposed to sign up for that one. There's a new one coming out.
So I can speak to that. So no, you're not missing anything. The information for summer programming, signing up for summer programming will be coming to you via Parent Square, and then you'll be directed to the NVUSD website and a link to your school's page to sign up for the Boys and Girls Club directly there for summer programming.
Well, the Parent Square message that came out, it does do that. So that's why I was kind of confused, because it says after school and summer programming.
Right. So there'll be another message coming out directing you right to the link where you can click on and register right from that link.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Guerrero. Thank you very much. And then lastly, we have one more question from Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Will a schedule be coming out for credit recovery? It seems like you guys have been just talking about a lot of special programs, but my child needs credit recovery in math and English and maybe some other courses. Will there be a schedule coming out for that?
Thank you, Jesse. Yes, so you will be contacted if your student needs credit recovery. You'll be contacted directly by your school site. So our counselors work directly with their students to help make sure that they get enrolled in those courses so we can help them get back on track for graduation. Generally, our credit recovery option is at Valley Oak. We do have a satellite site at American Canyon High School as well this summer. And so students who are in 10th through 12th grade can recover their credits that way. It's typically from 9 to 1:30, depending on how many courses they need to take. So once they finish their course, they're done unless they have more courses to take. So if you haven't yet heard from the counselor, or you want more information around what your child needs to take, I would reach out specifically to your counselor because they're working on that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you all for all of your great questions. And thank you once again to Director Manning and Director Reddy for your information this evening. With that, we'd like to close. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you next month on our next session. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.